Hello and welcome back to the Football Tourist YouTube channel, where today I am completing all of the United Kingdom's capital cities, and I'm in the city of Belfast, where today it is Derby Day. It's quite a grey day as well, as I'm sure you can expect, but I'm very excited because I've never set foot on the northern part of Ireland until today. And as I say, today I'm heading to the Oval later for Glentoran versus Linfield, the Dublin derby, or as some playfully call it, the Belclasico. Whether any locals actually call it that, I'm not so sure. But as the sun comes out, there's one thing I've got to do before we get to any football. Ulster fry secured. Any idea why that's a landmark? I mean, I guess it's quite cool, but it's also just a big fish. Now, I think, certainly for the most of the world, when you think of Belfast, probably the Titanic is the #1 thing that you think of, because of course this is the city where probably the most famous ship in the world was built. So I guess it is a calling card in a way. The fact that it was a dramatic failure, I don't know whether that makes people of Belfast more proud about it or not. I don't know. I'd probably have to ask more. But yes, I've had enough of sinking pints of Guinness in the town and looking at this monument here of the Titanic. I actually really like Belfast, to be fair. I think it's quite a cool, quite a nice city. It's not too tall. I hate cities where it's just tower after tower after skyscraper after skyscraper. So this is a city that I like. Lots of pubs as well, which again is pretty cool. But we are here for Glentoran versus Linfield, and it was just interesting. In the last pub I was in, I was having a conversation with a Scottish guy who's also going to the game today, and we were basically interrupted by a bunch of locals, or at least Northern Irish people, who were saying, "There's a game today? I didn't even know." Which, given this is the two most successful clubs and the biggest derby in the country, that I didn't even know it was on this weekend, that's just mental. So as far as I'm aware, it's still not a sellout today at the Oval, but all the same, I'm looking forward to it. I think the atmosphere is going to be great, and yeah, I can't wait to sample it. So let's get to the world famous ground hopping gem, ground hopping must stop that is the Oval. Why I've decided to come to this stadium for this game. I mean, it's an absolute beauty, isn't it? And I have heard rumours, unfortunately, that some massive ground renovations are about to take place here at the Oval, which would be a huge shame in many ways. But I have a Northern Irish friend, Josh, who I've been speaking to, who I might be able to catch up with at the end of the game, and he's been telling me that basically this place is a massive dump that's been needing renovations for a long time, so maybe people that come here week in, week out might not feel the same way as me, but yeah, it's absolutely beauty over here, and I'm very glad to have ticked it off, and especially against this game, against these opponents in this fixture, when you know, probably the biggest derby in the country. It's called the Big Two Derby locally for a reason. Yeah, I'm very excited now. I'm not sure what the atmosphere is going to be like. I don't think it's known for being particularly great here in Northern Ireland in general. Just like, you know, a lot of English grounds aren't the best, but yeah, it's quite something, this ground. Having a chicken and bacon burger as a choice is very much appreciated. Whether it's worth £7 or not, it's another decision for another day, I guess, but we are a sports event at the end of the day. The atmosphere's definitely picked up since I entered the bar. There wasn't really anyone here, and now it's pretty much full. I managed to get a decent view where there are some poles doing it. But anyway, the reason I think the atmosphere is particularly pumping today is because Glentoran have made a really good start to the season. 6 played, 5-1, and just 1 draw. So they're top of the league. Linfield are 3 for 3 because of European qualifiers. They've not played as many games as everyone else. But I think if Glentoran get a home win today, that would really be a massive chunk of daylight, even with games in hand. So it would be really important if they could win today. I really do love the flags behind the home end, by the way. They are like just an absolute class. There's like a welcome to the Oval one, Blimey, I tell you what, I wasn't expecting the atmosphere to be this good. Come on, the Glens. Glens have started this match awfully. They could easily be 2-0 down already. They're passing from the back straight to Linfield players. I hope that doesn't continue. So with this being the Big 2 derby, you probably assume that these are the 2 biggest sides in Northern Ireland, and you'd be correct. They've never been relegated and are home to most both League Cups, Northern Irish FA Cups and titles. But it is Linfield actually who have the record in the world for the most league titles, 57. And last season won the league in Northern Ireland. Led in about February, March time in the league, so everyone plays each other twice, and then they play each other again at the end of the season. And Linfield managed to win the league before the split had even happened, which is kind of insane. Their level of dominance, but they haven't had it. They're certainly not top at the moment, although they are 3 for 3. They've made a good start to this game as well. Glentoran yet to have a shot, but despite that, I'm still hopeful. God, for the first time, Glentoran managed to get some attacks going. Handball, and they have a penalty. Totally against the run of play, but I don't think these fans care one bit. Glentoran are 1-0 up in the Big Two derby. Just say, by the way, that this game's been moved to a Friday night to accommodate the BBC choosing it to show it on TV. Apparently that's been quite a common thing recently. I'm not sure how the locals feel about that. It's traditionally a big Saturday 3 p.m. Country, much like England, where I'm from. We usually see the football. Yeah, I personally quite like Friday night football. I think it probably gets a bit tedious when this fixture's picked for it every season, but then I don't know how many other games. That's another Linfield forward pass, goes straight out of play for a goal kick. Despite a shaky start to the first half, Glentoran lead at the break, and the longer the game's gone on, you've got to say it's kind of been worth it. Linfield have definitely had the more shots, but I don't think the keeper's had a single proper save to make in the whole game. Obviously the penalty is what divides the side to the break. Whether that will stand, obviously time will tell, but let's see. I mean, so far so good for Glens. And as someone who's bored of seeing the same side win the league, whoever they are, I think that's a good thing. Like festival vibes, just the floodlights and everyone just standing on this grassy mound. I mean, there's a bit of terracing just in front, but most people for the better view have gone higher up. And yeah, this was quite cool. I love it. This is a fixture I've always wanted to come to, and I think for one reason or another, probably the traditional terracing and everything of the ground, and it's such a one-of-a-kind stadium, sort of it had to be here. While I was at the bar, Linfield have equalised. close. I just really hope they hang on for at least a point now. There we go, that shot was pretty much the last kick of the game, and I don't really know what to make of it. I feel it was such a unique experience in many ways for UK football. Each of them had to bring their own little thing, and I really liked the atmosphere. Like, there was obviously, it was like a derby day, so there was more singing and more fans I expected than the average Glentoran game. But at the same time, there wasn't that much animosity. Like, I don't feel like there'd be a fight in the stands or anything if there were Linfield fans here. Say the ground was better than I expected. The atmosphere was also better than I expected. The standard of football was probably about par with what I expected, sort of a little bit better than English non-league, but not a lot better. I think what really stood out was the overall matchday experience, like the stewarding in both the stands and the mound area really was very lax. Like, people were bringing booze to the stand, no problem. Whether I partook or not, I couldn't possibly comment. But yeah, it was, from that perspective, I really liked it. And I thought the vibe was quite sort of chilled and quite good. That's a cheer for some like 3-year-olds who put the ball back in there. Like, they were clearly like really up for this game today. Which I think Friday night football is all about. Yeah, so overall, my first Big 2 derby here at the Oval, I absolutely loved it, and I highly recommend anyone who's thinking about doing it to come along as well. But that is it from me. Thank you very much as ever for watching. I'll definitely be back in Northern Ireland. I've got a couple of other grounds I really want to tick off, and yes, until next time.
Yeah.